In 885 AD, the people of Paris looked out across the Seine and saw sails. Hundreds of Viking ships, thousands of warriors. For 11 months, they would stand alone. The king wouldn't save them, but a warrior monk and a fearless count would. This is the story of the siege that nearly broke France, and the men who refused to let it fall. For decades, the Vikings had raided West Francia. In 845 and 856, they sacked Paris itself. They used rivers like the Seine as highways, sailing deep into the heart of the kingdom. By the late 9th century, Francia was fractured. Local rulers were left to fend for themselves, and Paris was once again a target. In November 885, they came again. The chronicler Abbo claimed 700 ships and 40,000 warriors. Modern estimates are closer to 200 ships and 10,000 men. But the threat was real. Paris was protected by two fortified bridges, the Grand Pont and the Petit Pont, and standing at those bridges were the city's last defenders. Count Odo led the city's defense. Beside him stood Bishop Goslin, a priest who took up arms. This monk led attacks himself. They used boiling oil, crossbows, and raw courage to repel wave after wave. Every assault failed, but the cost was high. Winter came, the food ran low, disease crept through the streets, but the city would not surrender. Odo did the unthinkable. He rode through enemy lines not once but twice to beg the emperor for aid. The city still held, but for how long? In October 886, after nearly a year, Emperor Charles the Fat finally arrived, but he didn't fight. Instead, he paid the Vikings to leave and allowed them to sail further upriver to plunder more of his lands. The Vikings failed to take Paris, but their siege ended a dynasty. Charles the Fat was deposed, dying in disgrace. Odo, the man who defended the city, was crowned king. The people remembered who had saved them. They came to burn Paris to the ground. Instead, they made heroes. The siege of 885 didn't just shape the future of France. It proved that courage, not crowns, defines kings.